Yeah, I'm sitting here waiting for Kim to show up with the Mustang. Put gas in it. I was thinking on the lines of a certain day, a man named Jesus told his three closest disciples, tomorrow we're going to go someplace special. I'm taking you three with me. Peter, John, and James. I'm taking you three with me. Now, we're going to be leaving early in the morning, so be ready. And Jesus walked away. Well, can you imagine what Peter, John, and James were thinking? Well, where's he going to take us? I don't know. We've seen him do a lot of strange things. Things that we just didn't understand. How that man was stone blind and all of a sudden he could see. And that man over there, he was stone deaf, couldn't hear since birth, and all of a sudden he heard every word we said. We saw him do those things, and now tomorrow he said, be ready at sunset. Well, in other words, you got to start getting ready right now because it wasn't sunset yet. Sunrise hadn't come yet, so they had some time to think about this. In other words, sunset to sunrise, they had to think about this, where he might be taking us, on this day tomorrow. So, it had to have been a pretty long night. I'm sure they didn't get too much sleep because they were going someplace special. They were going to see something. They didn't know what, but they knew it was going to be special. Well, sure enough, that next day, sunrise, Jesus was knocking on the door. Come on, Peter. Come on, John. Come on, James. We're going. Follow me. Now, they've already followed this man for a good 2 years, maybe. Who knows? Not sure. But they've been following him for a while. They've been with this man day and night, following him, watching him, listening to him. What did they hear? What did they see? And what were they going to hear and see tomorrow? Well, folks, trust me, they heard the voice of the Father come out of the heavenly realm. Now, what did it sound like? Well, some said it sounded like thunder. Some didn't have no foggiest idea what it was. They were just mumbling. But for a few, they heard it audibly, just like you and I talk. It says we're created in the image of God, the Father. We're created in His image. Well, that means, are we exactly like Him? No. Does it mean we can be exactly like Him? Well, maybe. Does it mean that we should strive to be like Him now? It would help. It would help matters if more of us, heard the voice of the Father. But not everybody gets to hear that. Peter, James, and John got to hear it the second time. And Jesus was on a mountaintop. And they were just below the top of the mountain in the rocks. Because Jesus told them to wait here. You can't go any further. He extended the rest of the distance up to the top of the mountain, where the Father lit him up so bright it was like the sun. But they could hear a voice, though. They heard voices. They heard Jesus talking to someone. Well, who was Jesus talking to along his left side and his right side? Well, he's always talking to the prophet. He's always speaking to the prophet. And the evangelist, he's always leading and directing where to go. So the main evangelist was there and the main prophet was there with him. Ones that are already spoken. Moses and Elijah. Moses the prophet and Elijah the evangelist. They were there also. And Peter wanted to know something. Should we build a hut for them? Well, as soon as he said that, he knew he shouldn't have said that because that's not what Jesus wanted him to do. He wanted him to see the glory, the glorification of a man that they walked with, a man that they talked with, a man that they slept next to, ate with, did all the things humans do every day, to survive. But this man was special. He had something very special. He was the Son of God. Now, the Son of God can always, and always is, and always will be elevated. The Son of God is at the throne room. Well, he had a visitation then. He visited in the form of a man, just for us, for those, and for many yet to come. But there were a few that got to see it and believe it and hear it. Not everyone saw the transfiguration of Jesus, to where he was elevated in the flesh into the heavenly realm and still be on the earth, because he still spoke and they could still see him. Then they heard the voice of the Father saying something. This is my Son, and I am well pleased. Well, if he's pleased, that the Father's pleased, that's how we need to keep him, pleased, not angry. Well, but that's up to us. We're in that position now to be servants down here on this earth. Well, who do we serve? Do we serve man or do we serve God? Well, that's a choice. You can serve God and be elevated every day, or you can serve man and take all the crap that's given to you. Because when you're on the bottom, that's all you get. And there's people on the bottom and there's people on the top. And the people on the top, they think they're gods. That they have the right to be on the top because that's just where they woke up one day, because maybe their father or their grandfather or their grandfather's grandfather was already at the top and they were just born into it. Some people are just born into royalty. Some people are just kings already. They haven't even been hardly born yet. That's the next king. Well, I don't know how true the story is, but there is a king and queen still in England, and their offspring, something happened to them. I don't know, They walked away from it. I don't know. I've read the headlines, $188 billion worth of wealth. It's not going to be his and hers no more. Because he married the wrong woman. He married the woman he loved, not the woman they told him to. Now, this is our world. And I'm waiting for Kim to show up so I can put gas on her vehicle, the mine that she runs, because she doesn't have any money. To put gas in the car, so I got to put the gas in the car, which I love to do, because I'm helping someone. I got no regrets helping no one. That's what the name of the game really is, helping one another. Sacrifice. Sometimes you just got to sacrifice. You've got to go without so somebody can go with. This is the way it is. This is Dakota Stone. Do something good today or tomorrow or yet this minute. Give something to somebody. Heck, give them a hug. Maybe that's all they need. But give them something they need. If they need food, give them food. If they need a place to sleep, give them a place to sleep. This is Dakota Stone. Here comes my car. Talk to you later. Have a great night. Bye.